Welcome to the NFL Sunday Market Report, where we're going to be taking a look at which teams are getting the bets and money, and more importantly, how the odds makers are adjusting the lines based on this betting action. In order to do this, we'll be using a live odds screen, which shows the public betting percentages along with real-time odds at each sportsbook. Now, this isn't exactly beginner-level betting stuff I'll be discussing, so if anyone has any questions, just comment below. I'll definitely respond. If you have a question, it's very likely someone else is wondering the same thing, so ask away. No such thing as a stupid question. Now, when we're looking to make a bet or when we're researching, there's two main ways you want to approach breaking down a game. And the first way is called fundamental analysis. I usually refer to this as game theory, and it's a common way most bettors approach finding a game to bet. Game theory is everything from player matchup, talent, skill level of players, coaching, game plan, situation, injuries, stats, anything, power ratings, basically anything regarding the game itself and how you think it will be played out is game theory or fundamental analysis. Now, the next way to approach researching or handicapping a game is called technical analysis. This is everything market related. I refer to it as market analysis. This is the area that most recreational sports bettors struggle with, or they ignore, or they just have very little knowledge of. It's everything from line movements, public betting percentages, finding patterns in the market, knowing which books are sharp and which books are square, even timing of when to bet and where, identifying real steam from fake steam, any other sharp money indicators. This would all fall under market analysis. And this will be our main focus on these Sunday market report videos. And again, if something's not clear, if I go too quick, just ask me in the comment section below. I want everyone to understand this. We're going to go right down the list and spend a couple minutes on each game. And without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. Pittsburgh, Buffalo. Now, we got to remember, these lines have been out for months now. So they've been pretty much molded and shaped. I mean, some of these lines have been bouncing all around. We're looking at what the totality of all the betting action was over the past couple months. So, Buffalo is showing 57% of bets on the spread and 52% of the money on the spread. It wasn't always like that. When this line first opened up, Buffalo was getting like 75% of the bets and 80% of the money. Pinnacle just went to 8 at plus. Pinnacle's been weird lately. I'm not trusting that 8 at plus 135. Where's Buffalo? Pittsburgh, Buffalo. Yeah, they're still showing 6.5 here. I don't know what's going on with Pinnacle lately. they're showing like an off market number, and then they're like adjusting the juice, at least on the live odds screen. But it's been weird. But anyway. So yeah, Buffalo's reached as high as 7.5 or 8. But recently, just within the past week, Pittsburgh's starting to get some money, which has kind of leveled it out. But the bets and money right now are pretty much split. The under did get sharp action. As you can see, it opened 50 and it's now down to 48. That's a 2-point move, obviously. And I could see why, actually. Buffalo didn't run the ball at all last year. They were kind of one-dimensional. From the preseason looks so far this year, it looks like they do want to run the ball. Pittsburgh wasn't a good running team last year. I think they finished last in yards per rush. But I think with Najee Harris now, they want to kind of establish the run. Speaking of Najee Harris, I like him to win Rookie of the Year, by the way. But I kind of lean Steelers in this one. I think 6.5 is too much. If it reaches 7, I'm definitely getting involved with Pitt. Buffalo should be in every teaser, I feel like. Or at least that's how I see seeing it play out. All right, let's move right along here. Jets, Carolina. I actually do have a bet on this game. I got the Jets, and it's been all Carolina money. The market looks good here for the Jets. This is kind of what you want to see here. 29% of bets, right, on the spread. So it's not, the popular bet side, but that 29% of bets is equaling 42% of the money. That's kind of what we want to see here, money over bets. And Pinnacle opened 4. They're at 4.5 now, but the market is pretty much painted 3.5. So it is down from the opener. It's not that big of a move, 4 to 3.5, but really like Zach Wilson. I don't trust Darnold at all. I know he's on a new look team now, but I don't see the turnover issues changing for him. He's a turnover machine. Next game up, we're going to look at Jacksonville, Houston. This is another game I have a bet on. I have Jacksonville. I got them 2.5 at -118. That was a couple weeks ago. Actually, let me go to the best bet section here. I took Jacksonville back on August 30th. I think that was the first bet I actually made. I got future bets here too, but let me get back to the screen here. Excuse me. All right, so Jacksonville, Houston. A lot of people have Houston rated as the worst team in the league. I do. And the market pretty much has them as the worst team in the league too. I mean, if you think about it, Jacksonville on the road as favorites of more than a field goal at most books or some books. That's pretty crazy if you think about it. Rookie quarterback. It's starting to kind of worry me that everyone is actually jumping on the bandwagon as far as, thinking Houston is the worst team in the league. They could end up showing value here. If it gets to 3.5, it's like, I don't know. We're still looking at a rookie quarterback here, but man, this opening couple weeks for Trevor Lawrence really lines up good for him. He doesn't play any top defenses. He's got a really easy schedule. Kind of lean under in this game. Rookie quarterback. Tyrod Taylor is a check down quarterback. Both defenses are just really bad, though. I just think the Jags are better at every position, though, and should be able to cover the 3. Let's move right along. Arizona, Tennessee. Tennessee getting most of the bets and money here. 65% of the bets, almost 70% of the money. Line open 2.5. It's kind of still scattered here. There's some 2.5s and 3s around. They project this one to be a shootout. I feel like people forget how bad this Tennessee defense was last year. They rated in the bottom 5 of basically all metrics on defense. I feel like Kyler Murray is going to torch this defense too. I think he's going to have a big day. I have him starting in 2 of my leagues. I'm high on Kyler Murray this year for fantasy. And the Arizona defense should be better this year. They dealt with a lot of injuries last year. I don't really see where Tennessee has the edge besides being home. So if we say both offenses are a wash, which I kind of think they are, Tennessee's offense is good. Maybe they have a slight edge there. Defensively, Arizona has the edge. Tennessee's at home. So, if you say offense, defense cancels out, Tennessee's at home. Do you give them 3 points for home field advantage? I don't think so. So I think there's value on Arizona at +3 or better. Next one up, Chargers football team. This is a game I just hope both teams get through without any major injuries. I have a lot of season future bets involved with both these teams. I have the over win total for both the Chargers and football team. I have the football team to win the division. I have the Chargers to make the playoffs at +140. So really want to make sure both these teams get through this game healthy. Now, Washington's been taking money this week. In fact, the Chargers were -1. It's actually been bouncing back. Chargers -1, football team -1, and now it looks like Washington's finally getting some sharp money here. They're pretty much painted 1. Circa in Vegas is showing 2.5. Pinnacle's at 2. And Washington's basically got close to 60% of the bets, almost 70% of the money right now. I'd probably lean Washington here. Their defense is just so legit. This is a game I just really hope, both teams get through without any major injuries. I'll be devastated if, Herbert goes down or some shit like that. It's just going to ruin my win total bets. But I'm not getting involved in this game. Next game up, we got the Battle of the Birds, the Eagles in Atlanta. This is a game I want nothing to do with at all. Atlanta getting most of the bets and money, though. 56% of the bets, almost 70% of the money. Line hasn't really budged much from opener to now. I don't know how you can make Atlanta 3.5-point favorites over anybody in the league right now. They just have so many issues. And the Eagles have a pretty big edge in the trenches. I'm pretty sure that Falcons have offensive line issues. I don't know how you make them 3.5-point favorites, but that's a game I'm definitely not touching either. The next game up, we got the Seahawks and Colts, and this is a game I don't have a real feel for either team, to be honest. Wilson's never had a losing season. I feel like they just always are in the mix, or they always overachieve pretty much. Even if their numbers don't reflect it, they just still find ways to win. They win a lot of one-score games. Now the Colts here, they did open 2.5, but that was way back in, I don't even know when, April or something like that. And then the change in quarterback came, and it kind of just flipped this line. But yeah, it's not something I'm getting involved in. A lot of bets on Seattle though. 71% of the bets, but it's only equaling 56% of the money. The Colts actually look pretty sharp market-wise. Again, if we're looking 29% of bets is equaling 44% of the money. We like when it's the contrarian side or the less popular bet side. And +3 probably looks pretty good for Indy right now. The under definitely got sharp action, but a lot of that had to do with, I think, the QB change there. Again, you got to remember these lines opened way back up in April or, July maybe. But the opener was 52. It's down, but I think that was before the Wentz trade. Moving along, Minnesota, Cincy, a game I lean towards the Vikings in this one, but probably will not get involved in this one. No real line movement either. It's been all Vikings money in bets. 70% of the bets, 76% of the money. Again, Pinnacle's just showing such a weird line right now. They're the only 3.5 out there, and they're +117. I don't know what's going on with Pinnacle, but it's annoying me right now that they're showing off-market numbers. But on their website, on their sportsbook, they're not even showing this. So I don't know what's going on there. Minnesota Cincy, got no interest in that game. San Fran Detroit, this one's a teaser special. Bunch of teasers involved with San Fran, I'm sure. I have one with Tampa Bay, so I'll be hoping the Niners pull out a win here. Niners most injured team last year. I feel like they have a pretty good bounce back year compared to last year. Chris is showing a 9, which is definitely a teaser protection number. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more 9s pop up. A lot of times what books will do is move from 8.5 to 9 to defend against that teaser. It's all San Fran money and bets. 63% of the bets, 74% of the money on the spread. I can't imagine Detroit is getting much betting support. I actually have Detroit rated as the second worst team in the league in my NFL preview breakdowns that I did in the Discord community. Moving right along, Cleveland, KC. Now, for Cleveland, most of you guys know, or if you guys are in the Discord community, I have Cleveland to win the Super Bowl. That's my squad right now this year. Their roster is just absolutely loaded. I have them to win the AFC too. I'm not going to get involved with them in this game just because I'm so heavily invested with them, in futures. I'm not running to just bet Cleveland for every game. But, KC, 70% of the bets or 69% of the bets, 69% of the money. But this line's moving down here. We're seeing some 5s pop up. Heritage, which is a sharp book, they're down to 5. There was a point last week where KC was 6.5, and now they're down to 5. And this should be concerning if you're on KC. You want to ask yourself, KC's getting almost 70% of the bets and money, and the line's moving away from them. That shows sharp money on Cleveland. And I definitely agree with that there. Next game up, Miami, New England. Definitely lean New England here. Now, these are two teams that are so familiar with each other. Flores, the Miami head coach, he used to be with the Patriots staff. I see a slugfest, real physical game here. Patriots are getting, bets and money, though, and it's weird to me that they are because, Mac Jones, he's still a rookie quarterback. He's never played, This one's a tough one for me. I do lean the Patriots, but not at the current number. And this is a good example of how you want to always try to get the best of the number. New England was maybe 2 weeks ago, they were minus 1.5 or 2. If you were going to bet New England, you definitely should have got them under 3. If you took New England minus 3, or if you bet them today at minus 3.5, you got a bad bet. Same with Miami too. If you took Miami plus 2 or plus 2.5, that's a bad bet. Regardless of what I think the outcome is, you're getting the worst of the number. Like if you're backing Miami, you should be able to get plus 3.5 because it's available now. The Patriots were available at minus 2 and 2.5, and so you got to always take the right side of those key numbers too, regardless of how I think the game will play out. It's all about getting the best of the number. But yeah, it's all New England bets and money, at least as of now, and it's gotten some respect. Like I said, it was Patriots were minus 1.5 or 2. As recent as like 10 days ago, and now they're 3.5 or 3. Denver, Detroit. I'm going to cover the night game in like I have a bet on the over there. Bet it at over 45. It's up to 46.5 now, but I'll do a individual video on the Monday night game. I'm going to stop here. I don't think it was too bad for a first edition of the Sunday Market Report. I'll get better with these and kind of go into more detail. Week 1, I don't really, there's not really too much to, dive into. Got a lot of question marks to be answered week 1.